There comes a moment in awakening where the field stops hiding your deeper self. Not the human self, the older one, the wider one, the one you've been circling for lifetimes. When that moment arrives, it doesn't feel peaceful. It feels strange, intimate, almost intrusive, like something inside you is finally looking back. People think awakening is about remembering cosmic truths and ancient origins, but the real engine is simpler. When the identity built for survival becomes too thin, the true identity begins to push through. And when that happens, the field begins a process that cannot be reversed, only surrendered to. The first sensation is the dissolve. Your old reactions don't fire the same way. Someone presses your buttons and instead of snapping, your emotions feel like they're trying to ignite in a room with no oxygen. This isn't numbness. This is the wiring losing jurisdiction. Next is displacement. Interactions feel off. People sense your shift before you speak it. Some cling, some react, some look at you like you've changed overnight. This isn't social dynamics, it's frequency mismatch. You've moved, they haven't. After that comes the fracture. Two versions of you walking through the same day, one tired, patterned, reactive, the other calm, ancient, observing everything from altitude. This isn't pathology, it's the bridge between identities. And then the memory field opens. Not literal memories, but a rising familiarity with things you never learned. A sense of returning to something nameless. This is the deeper self re-entering the human body. When these layers converge, the field triggers return compression, the collapse of any timeline that can no longer sustain who you're becoming. Things fall apart not because you're failing, but because your old life was built for your smaller identity. Your body knows this. Your awareness knows this. Only the old self resists it. Humans try to rebuild the scaffolding, even while climbing out of it. The collapse feels like chaos, but it's precise. It's merciful. If the field allowed you to stay small, you would. Return compression forces expansion by removing every structure that cannot hold the being you're becoming. Breathe. Breathe. Settle into the space behind your eyes, the watcher, not the thinker. I call forward the version of you that has waited at the edge of your awareness for years, the one who has not been distorted by survival, by expectation, by old stories. As you hear my voice, feel the old reactions loosening, the noise thinning, the compression softening into clarity. Your field is aligning. Your identity is streamlining. The false layers have no authority here. You are stepping into the self that remembers, the self that sees, the self that has always been yours. Return now, gently, fully, unmistakably, to the truth of who you are. The false layers lose authority here. Your field reorganizes itself. Your identity is streamlining. Your perception sharpens without strain. Return now, gently, fully, unmistakably, to the truth of who you are. When the activation settles, you feel a quiet inevitability, not excitement, certainty. This is the mark of a real shift, the sense that going back isn't an option, even if you tried. The coordinates of your consciousness have already updated.
Most people don't realize this corridor is temporary. It lasts only as long as needed to shed the identity shaped by survival. Everything dissolving now isn't loss, it's clearing. You are making space for the one you are meant to become long before this lifetime even began. You are not breaking. You are shedding. You are not lost. You are returning. Episode 24 isn't simply information. It's the moment your field recognizes itself again. And once that happens, everything else rearranges to match it.